Make the distinction in consciousness between that which is in time, which is the body and the mind, and the awareness. Now, the awareness is not in time. The awareness is timeless. Awareness has no beginning. It has no ending. Oh, it may seem like it has a beginning and ending when we're in dreamless sleep because we're identified with the body-mind. See, we're identified with the mind, and there is no mind in dreamless sleep. But you don't cease existing in dreamless sleep, do you, Tony?
No.
Huh? You don't cease existing in dreamless sleep, do you?
No.
No. Your existence continues in dreamless sleep or in a swoon. If you were ever to go so-called unconscious, meaning you no longer have thoughts, but your existence doesn't cease.
Right.
Correct? Your existence is your being. Your being doesn't cease. See, what's happened is we've identified with the body and the mind and time and space, or the world, and we're thinking that the body and the mind living in time and space is who we are.
Yes.
Just see that, that's all. It's really no big deal, it's just a fact. Just the fact. But that's not who we are. We're the awareness. This present moment awareness. This present moment awareness is timeless. I mean, it really is. Not just a little bit. This present moment awareness doesn't have a beginning. It doesn't have an ending. Thought does. Thought has a beginning. Thought has an ending, doesn't it?
Yes.
But this awareness that's back behind the thought and it's permeating the thought, that's always present, on which the thought is occurring, this base upon which the thought is occurring, this surface.
Yes.
Bhagavan uses the analogy like the screen in a cinema.
Yes.
It's always present, and the cinema comes and goes, right? The thoughts come and go, but this awareness doesn't come and go.
Yes.
You understand the analogies, you've heard them.
Yes.
Right now, we're looking at them, see? Let's not only understand them, let's be here with them and see them for what they are. Let's don't take them for granted. In other words, these analogies are pointing to this quality. The quality that is here now, this present moment quality. Is everyone else here?
Yes.
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 Tony, your question is no different than anyone else's question. Same question that everyone has. Isn't it?
Yes.
So let's all get it. If there's nothing to get, right now we're all here present, we're all aware. Is anyone here that is not aware? Raise your hand. Anyone not here? Raise your hand. This instantaneous present moment presence This here and now presence. This here and now presence is not that there's someone to be present. Let's make this distinction. There's not someone to be present. This presence is what is. This very presence is what is. Right now. This awareness. This only awareness that we got. There's not two awareness knives. How do you say that in English? I don't know. The problem is we think that there are a lot of awareness eyes. Awareness knives. I was saying it to the staff here yesterday. Said it here before. We all use I. Tony, you ever say I? Have you ever said I?
Oh, yes.
Huh? Y'all all get mad at him because he's using y'all's word. Did y'all hear that? He's using y'all's word. Y'all use I?
Yes. Yeah.
How many of you here ever use I? That's my word. Why are y'all using my word? We all use I, meaning ourself. And how many of us are here? Supposedly, how many? It looks like a bunch of us. All using the same word. Huh? Are we meaning the same self? Ah, that's the rub. Are we meaning the same self? Yes. How could we use the word I unless we meant the same self? How many selves are there? See, well, are we looking at waves or are we looking at water? Huh? Are we looking at waves or are we looking at the ocean? We're all the ocean of being. We're all this ocean of being. Tony, quit thinking about this and listen. I caught you right there. Now, if you really want to complete, you have the opportunity at this instant. Now, if you want to go elsewhere and keep looking, you can go elsewhere and keep looking, but I don't know that you're going to find if you just keep on looking. Jesus was very compassionate when he said, "Seek and ye shall find." Buddha, he wouldn't have said that. Can you see the difference? Huh? Can we all get the difference here? Jesus in his compassion said, "Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened, ask and ye shall receive." Okay, that's at one level that's pretty good. At another level, you better give up the seeking or you're never going to find. Is anybody with me here?
Yes.
Are you getting this, Tony?
Yes.
You understand at one level seeking is okay, at another level it's not.
Yes.
Buddha would not have said seek and you'll find. Buddha would have said seek and you'll never find. Quit seeking. Nina, did you get it? Huh? All right. We're all getting this?
Yes.
This I is indicating, is pointing to the awareness that we are. This I comes out of the awareness that as we are, as thought, but yet if there was not the awareness prior to the thought, the I couldn't even rise up, could it?
No.
Right? The awareness has got to be here prior to the thought. In order for there to be thought. How could you have a thought unless there was an awareness here? Unless there's someone thinking. Right? Is this mysterious? Come on, isn't this simple? Pretty basic. Let's all be here now, not off elsewhere. This gives you the opportunity to get in touch with your mind and see what your mind is doing. If you can be here with what I'm sharing, like Tony asked me, can you look at me and tell me the best way to go forward? Well, first of all, Tony, there ain't no forward to go to. Do you really want to go forward, or you just want to be here?
Just want to be here.
Yes. Going forward is still seeking.
Yes.
So we got to look to see, are we ready to find, or do we want to continue to seek? Any finders around here? Can we find is there a colony of finders among us? Beers, huh? How about beers? Beers, not buzz, not those kind of beers. Meaning, let's be present. Let's be present. Let's be this awareness that we are. Like Moses' enlightenment. Huh? What did Moses? Moses got it. Wow! Ooh! Hey, I am that. You get it? That was Moses' finding. Moses was a finder. Now, we don't know that the scriptures are telling it all, because it says, well, he didn't get to go into the promised land. Maybe he did. Maybe he was already in the promised land and didn't have to look anymore. You with it? We can read all these stories, but let's drop the story. Let's all drop our story for a moment. Are we willing to drop our story and see who has the story? Who has the story? Well, me. I have a story. Oh, whose story? My story? Me. Come on. Right here, this awareness. Not the thoughts. What's the difference? The awareness. The awareness. You with me? The awareness. Not the thoughts. The thoughts come after the awareness. If awareness is not, thought cannot be. Right? Pretty basic. Pretty simple. Could you have a thought if you were not aware? Tony, could you have a thought if you were not aware?
I don't think so.
Right, that was a thought. I don't think so. Don't be embarrassed, Tony. You're very beneficial to everybody here. So what you're saying, what we're talking about here, is very significant. So don't be embarrassed. Okay? Are you with me? I'm your friend. Okay. So, could we have a thought if we're not aware?
No.
So do we see that awareness has to be before thought can be? Do we get that? That's so basic. It is so basic that it's usually overlooked. It's like, where are my glasses? I have to have my glasses to find my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. You with me? That's my Aunt Thelma. My Aunt Thelma used to go around wearing her glasses up on her head. Does anybody see my glasses? So awareness must be before thought can be. But we don't usually make the distinction between awareness and thought. We immediately go right into thought without stopping and being aware. Well, awareness is what we are, not thought. Thought's not what we are. Awareness is what we are. Just get that. That is so simple and very significant. Don't jump over that. Don't think past that. Stop. Right here. Be here in this awareness. What is this compulsion to go into thought? Look to see. I'm not judging anybody, but look to see for yourself. Do you notice that you may have a compulsion to go into thought rather than stay here in awareness? That's the habit. Anybody ever had a habit and try to break the habit? Tony, did you ever have a habit?
I can't think of a habit I've tried to break.
Hope you don't smoke, do you?
No.
Okay. You know people who do?
Yeah.
You know how difficult it is for them to stop smoking?
Yes.
You see, that's a habit. Well, Tony, I have to say something to you. I believe you have a habit of thinking. Would you agree with me there, possibly?
Yes.
Huh? Well, you're going to have to stop this habit. Drop this habit. If you can let go of this habit of thinking, you're already home. And you can. It's not impossible to drop this habit. Do we all get this?
Yes.
It is not impossible to drop the habit of thinking. Some of you may not want to drop the habit. Some of you may want to still indulge in the habit. Some of you may still think that the habit's necessary. I couldn't live. I just don't think I could live in this world without this habit of thinking. But you can. You can live in this world without this habit of thinking. Just remain here, present, in this awareness, the self we all are, and be happy. Namaste. I would suggest you give up the search.